Os. Hello and welcome to Shotokan Karate Online. We really appreciate you spending time watching our videos, consuming our content. Hope it helps in some small way. If you could like and subscribe, it would be great. Also, we've got news of our new app at the end of the video. Anyway, let's get on with this short tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to cover 3 strikes: uruzuki, tatazuki, and chokuzuki. And actually, the 3 strikes are all part of one strike. So if I turn to the side so you can see, the first one, uruzuki, is the first third or first quarter of a straight punch. And then tatazuki, we're sort of 3/4 of the way through. And finally finishing with seiken, 4/5, chokuzuki straight punch. So we're going to be working on hip snap, how to use the hips correctly. I'm not going to say correctly, it's just a way that we practice, because there's lots of different ways that people practice. There's no right or wrong way, I don't think. So hope you enjoy the way we practice this, where we're going to use the hips to snap the punch and create a whip effect on the end of each technique. The first punch, uruzuki, is a really good self-defense technique for in close. If someone's in close, if you can generate power in close, you get the opportunity to strike hard and escape a dangerous situation. It can only be good. So striking in short distance is really, really important with karate. But a lot of us karateka, we practice on medium to long range. So this first strike is close range, short distance. So we're trying to generate power in a short distance and a short space of time. To do that, we need to use the legs and hips. So here we go. So I'm going to start with my right arm out in the uruzuki position. And uruzuki, for this video, look, your elbow just past the front of your body. Because at this point, when we do a straight punch, is where we start to rotate the fist into the vertical tate position, so tatazuki here, and then into the full seiken chokuzuki. So when we're at the uruzuki position, our elbow is just past the front of the body, just past. That's when we start to rotate. Okay, so from here, like I said, we're going to use the hips and legs, and we're going to create a snap, which creates a whip effect on the end of the technique, which creates a lot of power and a lot of shock being released from the end of the strike. From here, my left strike, I'm going to drive through my left leg, through the hip. The hip fires the punch forward, and then just as I make impact, just as I finish the uruzuki, I'm going to snap my left hip back. To snap my left hip back, I'm going to snap it back, but I'm also going to drive the right side of my hip forward square. So you get that double effect, and then you relax completely. So if I just show you slowly on the right side, my right hip goes forward and snaps back. On the left side, my left hip goes forward and snaps back. So you're creating this shock at the end of the technique. Try not to just use the arm. For today, use that leg and hip and that snap. So just lightly, I'm going to do 4 lightly. Okay, I'm going to do 4 faster. So after uruzuki, the next part of a straight punch is the 3/4 stage, where we're in the tatazuki position, vertical fist. So from here, same, everything applies the same. I'm going to drive the left side of my hip forward, which drives the punch. And then at the end of the technique, I'm going to snap the left side back and create that whip, that shock effect. So just lightly. So trying to get that snap, as opposed to just the arm going out. We're now using the whole body. So you're going to relax, breathe naturally, If I'm punching with the left, I'm going to go through the left leg, through the hip, and then snap it back. On the pullback, show you from here. On the pullback, as I'm coming forward, my left fist is palm up, like the uruzuki. And then it starts to rotate as I snap the hip back in the tatazuki position. The arm coming back, I'm not going to do anything with it until it gets back to the hikite, where I'm going to complete the rotation with the palm up. So my tatazuki does this. So what would happen is I've fired my left hip forward with the left punch. So my right hip's going to be back. And then on the hikite, I drive that right hip forward from the back. So I drive it square. So you get that snap with the snap back of the opposite hip. So when you punch, you get that snap. So with this tatazuki, we have the elbow very slightly bent because it's just before completion of a straight punch. So 4-fist seiken, but vertical, tatazuki. So I'm just going to go relaxed 4 times, nice and easy, using the body. Four times a bit faster. Okay, and then from here, we're going to move on to full punch, chokuzuki, seiken, 4-fist, full punch. Again, using the punch inside's leg and hip, the whole side of the body to drive, if I exaggerate. If I'm punching with my left, this feeling with the whole side of the body, but I keep the shoulder back. So what happens is the feeling is here with the hip, here, and then it snaps back. So when I punch, we'll talk about the hikite arm in a second, but the whole left side of my body, forward and back, forward and back. Then the right side. Okay, so from here, I'm coming through the floor. So try not to be up on your toes, everything up. Keep grounded, but the feeling should be on the balls of the feet and the big toe. That feeling of being grounded. Try not to, if I exaggerate, come up as you punch. Try not to lean back as you punch. So from here, ball of the feet, big toe. So here we go with chokuzuki, using that hip snap. So just slowly. Now, the hikite arm. When it comes back, if you don't rotate the fist, the tendency is for the elbow to come out. To stop that, I'm going to do a quick quarter rotation with the fist, which drops the elbow and brings it in, which helps bring it back quicker as well. This feeling. When the fist is vertical, it stays vertical until at the hikite point, I snap the hip and rotate the fist. Fist coming out, stays palm up, uruzuki. As the elbow leaves the front of the body, I start to rotate into tatazuki, and then at the completion of the punch, full seiken, 4-fist, chokuzuki. So again, nice and relaxed. Okay, so as well as coordinating that snap with the hips, with your breathing, try and keep your chin in, push the crown of your head up, try not to lean back. Okay, so try and keep straight, try not to lean forward. Okay, lightly. And a little bit faster, just 4 times. So that's the 3 punches: uruzuki, tatazuki, and full chokuzuki. All the way through this technique, try and keep the elbows in. Try not to, which is common, to let the elbows come out and flick. Shoulders down. So now I'm just going to finish with doing 2 uruzuki, 2 tatazuki, and 2 chokuzuki. Nice and relaxed. And again, relax. So all the while, I'm trying to work on that hip snap. So the main point of this exercise, this tutorial, is to try and get these hips to snap back on impact. So a little bit faster. So what we'll do for this tutorial, for this follow along class, if you're following along, which is great, we're going to do 2 sets where we pause on each punch. So we do it fast, but we stop and relax, and then the next punch. 2 full sets of 6 punches: 2 uruzuki, 2 tatazuki, 2 chokuzuki, twice through, and then the 3rd set, 6 punches straight off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on the 3rd set, you might lose your technique a bit and not snap the hips as much as you should, but go for it. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so that's a really nice exercise, a good exercise to work on that hip snap and work on the different strikes throughout a straight punch. Ura, tata, and then chokuzuki. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If you're following along, fantastic. Please, if you got a chance, to like and subscribe this video. We'd really appreciate that. Also, we've got lots of videos coming out. And our app is now live on Android and iOS iPhone, and it's called Shotokan Bites. And here's the logo up on the screen now. And below this video, there's a link to a page on the website that tells you all about the app. And you can download it for free. We're really excited about the app moving forward. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Os!